Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Courtney. I am a stay-at-home mom, wife, and aspiring author. And it is Friday, so we are going to do a flip through of my main planning system, which is my personal ring planner. This happens to be a Moterm Personal Luxe in the apricot veg tan. And I also got a new camera, and I'm not quite sure of the settings yet or really what I'm doing. So I apologize if it's a little bit wonky. Anyway, let's get into it because I feel like I haven't done one of these in a while. Things are really kind of moving along in my planner for August. I am having I don't know, the typical, what is wrong here? Oh, nothing. The typical kind of August planner funk. Is that a thing? Maybe I'm just making it a thing, or maybe it's just a me thing. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into it. Nothing has really changed with my setup, so I am just going to flip through. If you have any questions about where anything is from or anything like that, then leave a comment down below. I'm happy to answer, link whatever I can, all of that stuff. So I am, although I am considering some changes for my September setup, which, can we just stop a minute and talk about how next week is literally the end of August, and I don't know how that happened, and it's honestly kind of rude. Anyway, so I don't really know if I need this list and notes section in here because I don't really use it. So I'm considering either thinning it out or just taking it out completely and just having sticky notes, because if I need to grab or if I need to make a quick note of something, that's what I usually use it. That is what I usually use instead of flipping up here and then writing a note and transferring the information. I will usually just write it on a sticky note and put it wherever I need to have it. And if I don't use a sticky note, then I will just use space on my daily pages. So I don't know, that's kind of where my head is right now, but we'll see. So I just have book lists, one for KU, Kindle Unlimited, one for just regular books that I want to check out of the library, a list of cozy games I want to try, a list of things that I want to thrift, like my new skincare routine. All of this stuff is in here, but I don't know. We'll see it. We'll see how it goes. So I have just various list inserts, and then for my notes, I just cut down some paper. I don't know if I had this already cut down from an A5 Stalogy or if this is from a B6, but whatever it was one of my Stalogies that had some blank pages in it, so I just took them out and cut them down to fit. By the way, in case you're new, I use Franklin Covey compact size inserts in my planner. And then, yeah, this is just my month on 2 pages. This is the current month. You can see it's kind of filling up a little bit. I don't know, I have some kind of a note of something right there. But yeah, the beginning of the month was not too scheduled or very busy. We are very much into slow living summers. but our son started school on the 15th, and you know, we're back sort of in the swing of things. These are from Planner Room Shop, I think. These inserts, and I just use them functionally. If I make an appointment, I usually make it straight on here unless I don't have this planner with me or near me for some reason. Or I will, like, this is a note that I just put in here because our son takes medication at school, like he takes a dose in the afternoon at school for his ADHD, and this is like the date that we need to like bring more meds up to the school, because I don't know, I forget how many we can take at a time, whatever. This is an insert I use to track my son's sick days. So far this year, he hasn't had any, knock on wood. Although I should track my husband's sick days because he's the one that gets sick. He currently has mono, which I did not even know that was still a thing. Well, he doesn't, I don't think he has it, but he had it. I think it depends, like, the level of whatever they measure depends on like if you actively have it or if you're recovering from it. So at some point over the summer he got mono, and he is still very much like recovering from it, poor guy. These are just the same family photos. I actually need to print out some more and add them in here because I don't have any pictures of my new grandson. Which, if you are my daughter and you're watching this flip through, and you hear me, that means please send more pictures of our baby in the group chat. Thank you. Yeah, and that's just a picture of my husband and I. And then this is my goals. It says it right here. This is my goals section, which is like the same as it's been. This is kind of what I'm working on for August. So I filled this out at the beginning of the month, and we will kind of update that as it goes. My vision board for the year, more family photos. And then we have my weekly action steps. So I moved the one for this week in front of my weeklies that we're about to get to that, just so that I could have them like more in my face than they are right here, so I'm not having to flip to another section. Is flipping to another section like that big of a deal? It's not a huge task, absolutely not, but I am kind of a slacker. I think they call it object permanence or something when you have ADHD, and if it's like not in front of your face, it just doesn't exist. So that is something that I struggle with, which is why I try to make things as easy as possible when I want to do something. But I have more of these in here, and then this is just my August review, which I will do next week. I have some of these mind mapping inserts for project planning. I think these are going to work better for me than like a traditional project planning insert, just because my mind is like a mess all over the place all of the time. You can see I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for 2026. And then, yeah, just have like some listing inserts and whatnot. These are, this is just kind of marking off days that I know that I'm not available to like work on projects, work on goals, write, any of that kind of stuff. And I may also get rid of this just because I have not been using it this month. So this is kind of where I track my goals, and for me, positive reinforcement is always helpful. And having, I think I've talked about this before, but I really struggle a lot with negative self-talk. And so having physical proof, like in black and white, that I'm actually doing the things that I want to do and I am working on things, even if it's slow going, I'm still working. I'm still getting things done, because I have the tendency to look at my goals and think, I'm never going to get this stuff done. These things are never going to happen for me. I'm such a slacker. I'm not, so like, I'm sure you get the picture. But by tracking them, I can kind of counteract all of that negative self-talk, and I can say, no, look at all these days that you actually did work on your book. Look at all these days you did edit videos. Look at the number of videos you put up. Look at the number of blog posts. So that has been helpful for me. However, you can see in this month, I haven't, and I know that I have done more work than this. It has just, it hasn't really occurred to me to track it. So I don't know if, like, I just don't need this section, if I need to move it. Maybe if I move it in with my like personal kind of habit trackers, I won't forget to mark things down. I don't know. So we'll see. And then this is just kind of where I like rate myself at the end of the month. So I don't know what I'm going to do for September. Still up in the air. And then that's just like some cute deco. And then we get into like my actual planning of it all. Keep checking my camera because I don't know like how long I can film before it like cuts off automatically. And I have July and August in here for my weeklies. I do take out the dailies after every month so that my planner isn't so chunky. So we'll flip to August. And I have like an August kind of master task list of things that like I want to do in August. And you can see some of them are done, some of them aren't done. I do have an eye exam scheduled. I have not had it yet. And then I will renew, I have to renew my driver's license next week. Oh joy. And then I use a week on 4 pages to plan. So this is the current week. I do have a video up where I plan this week. I'll try to remember to link it in case you want to watch it. And then these are my action steps for this week. So I am making progress. So I did schedule my eye exam. No, I've done 2 workouts this week, and then I'm going to do Saturday and Sunday, and that will be 4 days. I did update my August budget, but I haven't set up my September budget, and then I'm currently working on all of these things that I should have. I should have a lot of these completed by the end of the week. It's currently Friday. I still have 2 days left. You have to remember this is not actually the end of the week, and I have all day tomorrow to work on things, which I'm kind of excited for. This is just my weekly overview, and then this is where I do my time blocking. This is more of like a prediction of how I want things to go. It's not necessarily what happens in terms of time blocking. Things get moved around, things come up that I don't really remember, like we had, or that I didn't know of, like we had curriculum night for our son on Wednesday, I think it was. And so, like, we just got an email about it on, we might have gotten it on Monday. I did not see it until Wednesday morning, but I'm terrible at checking my email, so it wasn't anything I could plan for in advance because I didn't really know about it. That's probably my fault, though. So I have a bunch more of these in here. And then we just get to my daily pages. I am using a day on 2 pages. I hope that this is in focus. Anyway, I started using a day on 2 pages after the beginning of the month, because the first was on a Friday. So this was this was in the July bundle that I printed anyway. So yeah, some of these I am going to flip through kind of quickly because I have been doing just like a little bit of journaling on some of the like note side if I have the space, or if there's something that I kind of want to write out at the moment. So yeah, it's going pretty well. You can see some days are really busy, some days are not, because I was sick, and I was not happy about being sick. And then I like had a sick day and I was like, okay, like this is kind of awful. And then I woke up on Friday and felt fine. And then I woke up on Saturday and my body was like, yeah, we're not currently feeling well today either. Some days I don't need the extra page or a page at all. I don't really tend to plan out my weekends, although I think that that might change, but we'll see. So yeah, sometimes I add a little bit of deco, but for the most part, it's just pen and mild liner. You can see Sundays we don't really do much. I think we swam that day and that was it. And then this is to this weekend. So these are kind of all of my plans. Sunday is my husband's birthday, so I kind of put a little extra razzle dazzle on that page, but and I have enough for the rest of August in here. And then my trackers are doing pretty well. I'm keeping them up to date, I think. I'm a couple days behind in my, like, it says monthly gratitude. Sometimes it's like something I'm just like randomly grateful for. It doesn't have to be that day. Sometimes it is a good thing that happens that day. I don't really mind that this is falling behind because I am logging it in my memory planner as well. So it's fine, but I am tracking things that bring me joy somewhere, and that's like the most important thing for me in terms of like my managing my mental health. This is just my blood sugar log. I have to take my fasting blood sugar every morning because I am pre-diabetic, and we are working on getting my A1C back down. And then this is just kind of my personal habits and routines tracker. Everything's going okay. My workouts aren't going that great this month, but it is what it is. Everything else is kind of fine. So I think I have enough for the rest of the year in here. And then this is just like my mental health and sleep tracker. So I track depression, anxiety, and mood here. And then also my sleep. And then just like my energy level. I do really like this insert. So that is fine as well. And then this is like my symptom log, which has been pretty good. And then this is my like medication log. So if I have to take any sort of over-the-counter or medication that I don't necessarily like take every day, I just want to like make note of it. I mean, I obviously like I have asthma. My inhaler is prescribed, but I don't take it. I don't need to use it every day, but I do want to be mindful of when I do have to use it and tracking that along with kind of like my allergies or if there's something else going on, because those things are kind of, they tend to be linked for me. And then these are more symptoms. I just, they should have been on this side, but I wasn't going to reprint the insert, so it is what it is. And then this is sort of my like personal, I guess, like hobbies tracker kind of. So I track my reading, I track whether or not I am like doing my tarot, my gaming, because I have been spending a lot of downtime playing games on my Switch, and any sort of other creative hobbies. So whether it is like spending time in my memory planner, getting like my watercolors out, if I just want to do like paper crafting, any of that kind of stuff, I want to track too. Just trying to bring a little more like joy and fun into my life. And then I just have like a health log one for this is for my son, like his symptoms or whatever. And then the next section is just my personal section, and this is where I have like passwords, addresses, spending logs, all of that kind of stuff. And then that is it. I took these, I got some new Halloween mugs at Aldi, and I stuck these in here because I wanted to use them in my memory keeper, and I did not have that downstairs with me at the time, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't throw them away, so they're hanging out in here for now. And then my husband brought me this card home. I guess they like have them at the church where our son has his, where their Cub Scout group meets. And so he brought this home the other day, and he's like, I want to give you something. And he was all like so super serious about it. And I was like, what's wrong? And he like whipped it out of his pocket like, you're awesome. Like, I don't know, it was very corny but cute, so I stuck it in this pocket. But yeah, that is how things kind of worked out for the week planner wise. And that's it. It's been kind of an easy breezy kind of week, thankfully. And yeah, if you have made it through this video, I appreciate you spending part of your day hanging out with me. If you want to see more videos, don't forget to click the subscribe button down below, turn on your notifications and all of that good stuff, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!